1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
And hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
It's Friday.
Woohoo!
Well, we're not recording on a Friday. We are recording on a Sunday.
We're prepared.
And Rich, I feel alive. Yeah. Literally.
Turns out
alive.
Sunday mornings are great times to record. Who knew?
You've had a couple of days rest. No work, no other, no. Well, I don't have kids or anything else. So I had to clean the house a little bit yesterday, but I feel alive.
Yeah, I've had kids and I've been doing a little DIY for my in-laws.
What have you been doing?
Other than that, just like trimming a bit of kitchen plinth so that a new dishwasher fits in. It's not it's not rocket science.
But that is the kind of information why people are tuning into this episode.
That's exactly why you listen to this. To know about our really dull lives.
It got a bit more exciting this week, though.
Yeah. So we're actually reviewing an actual sequel that's actually just come out.
Wow.
I know, right? I know. It's not a 10-year anniversary. It's not one that came out weeks ago. It's an actual sequel that actually came out. It's not one we're shoehorning in, pretending it's a sequel. This is an actual sequel. And Dave even went to the press screening of it.
I did. Do you want to tell them where it is? And then
It's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange 2. Went to the press screening. Rich would have come, but he had more important things to do, apparently.
It was my little boy's 7th birthday, so I wasn't going to miss that, I'm afraid.
Totally understandable. Yeah, it was great. I enjoy screeners like that. Just before where they played the new Avatar trailer in 3D. I know they're playing it now in front of normal screenings. You see it as well, Rich?
I saw it too, yeah.
Quick thoughts?
On the Avatar trailer?
Yeah.
I think it looks bang average.
Just looks like Avatar, doesn't it?
Just prettier Fern Gully. It doesn't look like you're going to do anything special with it, to be honest. But,
they go underwater.
Oh, God. I don't care.
It doesn't really give away a lot. It's very colourful and everyone's blue and green. And I have to say, in 3D, it, again, was incredible. But,
did you watch this in 3D?
They gave us 3D glasses just for the trailer.
Oh, right. So Doctor Strange wasn't in 3D.
That was not in 3D. We put the glasses away.
They have got it in 3D, though, haven't they?
Yeah, some people were still trying to wear the glasses when Doctor Strange started to play. And then quickly they realised it was not in 3D.
Right, okay.
But the screen was a good one. It was fun. We had good seats, which was nice at the Cineworld IMAX in Leicester Square. So, a few moments people went a bit crazy in this film. But we'll get into that. Just want to point out, we are going to talk spoilers, Rich.
Oh, yes. We've got to.
It's a hard film to skirt around if we can't delve into those spoilers. So if you have not seen Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, don't listen to us.
And you don't want it spoiled. You might not have seen it, but you don't care that we might spoil it. So if you don't want it spoiled, probably skip this episode and come back when you've watched it.
We've done this a week later, the release, so we can talk spoilers and give everyone else a chance to watch it, really.
But we've also, we're recording this on a couple of days after it came out, but it's not going to come out until you'll have had a week to watch it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Rich, what's the storyline of Doctor Who? Doctor Who. Don't worry, that's staying in. Doctor Strange. I even typed Doctor Who into the Google earlier.
What is the storyline of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? I mean, it's a muddly one. I think before I talk about the storyline,
right.
I think that multiverse movies are starting to fall into the same category as time travel movies for me, as in none of it fucking makes sense. It's all like there's so many plot holes. Just massive, big, hairy plot holes everywhere. Okay, so Doctor Strange is having dreams about a young girl. And
you're right, it does sound dodgy.
It does sound dodgy, yeah. And another version of him in like the multiverse, trying to escape from a monster, trying to get to this book MacGuffin thing. And then the girl turns up in New York and he saves her, and it all turns out they were not dreams but were real, and that's got something to do with the multiverse or some shit. The girl's powers are that she can get open portals in the multiverse, but she can't control it. Her name is America Chavez. Her and Strange go into the multiverse to go and find this. No, hang on. It's Wanda first, right?
That's a Wanda.
So Strange notices in the dream that he had. Oh no, hang on. Right.
And it's still staying. It's brilliant.
So baffling. It's such a mess, this movie. So there's a monster that's trying to kill America Chavez. Strange notices that it's got like witchy runes on it, and so he thinks, right, I'm going to go and talk to Wanda from WandaVision, Scarlet Witch, whatever you want to call her. But yeah, so he goes to talk to Wanda. Turns out Wanda has fully flipped to Scarlet Witch now and has an evil book. An evil book.
Which you saw at
number 2.
You saw at the end of WandaVision.
Yes, you did see at the end of WandaVision, so that's not a spoiler.
No. I think if you haven't watched WandaVision, though, you have to take some giant leaps to know what's going on.
Yes, you got to watch WandaVision before you watch this, essentially. Yeah, so essentially it turns out Wanda's the bad guy, sorry, spoilers, and she's been summoning the things to get America Chavez because she wants her powers so that she can jump into a multiverse where she can be reunited with her kids. And
not just that, she wants to be able to reunite with her kids, but she wants the whole multiverse just in case they get ill and there's not a remedy in that multiverse.
Yeah,
so she can go to another multiverse to get some super cowpole or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck was going on. So yeah, essentially it's Strange trying to stop Wanda from taking America Chavez's powers and inadvertently killing her, whilst also jumping into different multiverses, which are a lot less entertaining than you'd think. And I think that's probably it in terms of plot.
Yeah, I think so. Because at the end, last half an hour is just
a mess. Right, okay, right. This movie is a fucking mess, and the reason I'm struggling to talk through the plot for you is because the plot is baffling. Like, none of this makes any sense. None of it. It's just all over the place.
I do have some questions for you that you might be able to help me out with, right?
Oh, I bloody hope not. I'm sorry. I hope so. I hope I can help you, but I probably won't be able to.
Up to this point, like, the multiverse has been spoken about to be the cracking time and space, whatever, from the end of Loki, right? That never really got mentioned here. There's no big hoo-ha like in Spider-Man No Way Home. It doesn't seem to be a thing. I know, you know what I mean? I mean, he's delving in, well, I want to say he's delving in and out of multiverses. You see a great 20-second clip of him falling through many multiverses, and you think, wow, this is going to be awesome.
That is cool. That for like 30 seconds, that is cool.
And then, apart from that, you see 3 other places, 3 other versions of Earth.
Yeah.
And the most exciting the makers can get up to, or think for these other multiverses, that red means go and green means stop.
Yeah.
And pizza comes in pizza balls.
Yes. Yeah.
It's really, for a film that's called The Multiverse of Madness, 1, there's not that multiverse going on.
Nope.
And 2, it's not that mad.
I mean, it's mad trying to comprehend the story, but no, it is not.
It has its moments. I think I'm hotter on it than you are.
Probably, it does have its. It definitely has its moments. There are definitely bits where I'm like, I'm really enjoying this, and then the next scene I'll be like, oh fuck. It's a hot mess, essentially. It's a beautiful mess.
It is, because it's got Sam Raimi directing it.
And the bits that are really Sam Raimi like are quite good. but it also feels like he hasn't really been given the story to work with. I don't know.
I think he's working with what's been presented to him.
Yeah,
So the stuff from WandaVision, the what if, and then some of it he's had to squeeze in from his own visions and ideas. And I have to say, there are some gasp moments which are scary, and I wanted to bring this up to you as well, and quite, horror-like.
Yeah.
Would you show your son this? Because, some other Marvel films he'll love, because they're colourful, they're loud, they're
it
funny.
is colourful. It is colourful and loud, and in places slightly funny. But yeah, it is quite horror. It definitely delves into the horror genre, and I don't know. I don't think he would like it, because I don't think it'd hold his attention, to be honest.
The last 20 minutes go when zombie Strange turns up with the flying demons. At that point, I wasn't quite sure what was going on, and the books just kept burning up. And I was like, oh, there's another book that's destroyed. That one's destroyed.
I think the problem with the multiverse is that essentially, the theory of a multiverse is that every decision that any being on the planet has made causes a split, and therefore to multiverse. So every decision that happens throughout history has gone one of two ways, and that creates a split. And so there are infinite numbers of multiverses. So there are multiverses where Doctor Strange does not exist, and yet he always seems to end up in a multiverse where he does exist.
Or did exist, yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like the multiverse they end up in for the most amount of time. They appear to have intimate knowledge of how the multiverse works, and yet they still judge Doctor Strange and by their own Doctor Strange's actions, even though they know he must be infinitely different to their Doctor Strange.
You're talking about the Illuminati scene, aren't you?
I'm talking about the Illuminati, which I quite like, if I'm honest.
We're going to talk about that quickly, because that is the best scene.
Yes.
When Wanda does her Terminator scene.
Oh, yeah.
And the cameos are good, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like, my favourite bit of the whole movie is Wanda looking like Carrie and decimating the Illuminati. I like that.
In her pyjamas, pretty much.
Yeah, essentially in her pyjamas. There's a guy who can make your head explode with his voice, and she basically removes his mouth with magic, and he tries to make her head explode and explodes his own head. I loved that. I really liked that. I thought it was clever. I thought it was Sam Raimi-like, and I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I basically enjoyed Wanda saying, destroying the Illuminati. I thought that was cool.
It showed how strong she was, or how...
Oh, God, she's strong.
And how into this, I'm going to get my kids back kind of thing. And you think, okay, she's a real threat.
But the thing is, though, I think it kind of ruins Wanda's character, because it makes her very one-dimensional. She's like, she's just the crazy wannabe mother. There's more to her than that. What was the point of WandaVision? What did she learn through WandaVision? She says she regrets hurting people and stuff, and and yet she doesn't show it at all. She's very willing to sacrifice a version of herself to steal their children, because then these aren't her kids, and that's what becomes apparent. To her, it's they're not her children, and I don't know. I think essentially Wanda is the one that learns the lesson in this movie, but it's the lesson she's already learned in WandaVision. And I don't understand why we're going over that again. It doesn't make any sense.
No, I agree with you.
It's like she goes backwards as a character to then regrow that. No, I don't know. It's weird.
No, I agree with you, but I've also thought Isabel Olsen was great.
Oh,
I mean, she's MVP, right? In this film?
Definitely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's by far away the best performance. But that doesn't mean the storyline makes any sense.
Or is decent. No.
No, it's not. But yeah, it's a very good performance. Definitely.
Yeah. What did you think of Benedict Cumberbatch? Strange still?
I still don't like him. I still don't. It's not that I don't like Benedict Cumberbatch. I just don't like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I remember this.
I just don't like the character. I never have. Even in the comics. years ago when I was a kid reading comics, I never really liked Doctor Strange.
Never connected to him.
No.
He's
Not
not
at all.
very likable, is he? As a character.
He's really not likable. And also, okay, this movie starts essentially with Stephen Strange going to his ex's wedding. Never go to your ex's wedding. That's ridiculous. Like, there's an unwritten law that you never invite someone you've slept with to your wedding. Like, that's the rules. Like, why would you invite your ex to your wedding?
Well, he still loved her, and the reason she
All
moved
the
on-
more reason not to fucking go.
I did
If you're
like
in love
that.
with someone, don't go and watch them get married to someone else, mate.
Yeah,
That's
that is
wrong.
tough. I do like that people are not 100% happy with what Strange did in Infinity War about giving up the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Not the Mind Stone. Sorcerer's Stone, whatever it's, the green thing. I can't even remember at this point. And he's still playing with that, and Marvel is still playing with that.
And also, it also sort of, this movie kind of shows a flaw in Strange's plan, right? Is that, you know, he went through all the infinite possibilities of how they could win, and yet in other multiverses they won without those possibilities happening. So,
Ooh, I never thought of that.
so yeah, how did he? I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know. That's a bit of a stinky plot hole for me. But yeah, if in other multiverses they won without the snap, then
Are you sure they won without the snap?
well, I think so. That's why there's a statue of him, isn't there?
Oh yeah, because he lived through that. Oh,
Yeah.
God knows. And they had Professor X in that.
True.
That multiverse.
Yeah.
The smartest man in the world. Did you enjoy his performance, like his cameos? I'm just going to go through them. So there's Reed Richards as fantastic, Mr. Fantastic.
I think that's very interesting. That's what's his? I can't remember what his name is.
John Krasinski.
John Kadinsky. Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
it. So that's interesting because there's strong rumours of a Fantastic Four
They've announced it.
franchise coming. Oh, they've announced it, have they?
Yeah.
So is he going to be Reed Richards in that? Because that would be interesting.
That would be good, but I don't know. There's nothing been confirmed. This is the first sighting.
Not quite enough of Mr. Fantastic's powers for me.
yeah.
But, you know, like very barely even registered. But yeah, I think that's interesting, and I would like to see. I think John Kadinsky will be a good Reed Richards,
Yeah.
and I was curious.
It was
to
great to
see what happens
see Hayley Atwell as a real life Captain Britain.
with that. Captain Britain,
And that was really exciting for 2 minutes until she got chopped in half.
Yep. Yeah. Again, good for a bit. Yeah. And again, I'm never massively a big fan of Captain Britain. I mean, honestly, never a big fan of Captain America either. But until kind of Avengers stuff, you know, I think
love Hayley Atwell.
yeah, fair. That's a fair thing. But I just think that the character's not amazing.
And then they had another Captain Marvel.
Yeah, another Captain Marvel who got dispatched very quickly, considering how strong they're supposed to be.
This is why they showed how strong Scarlet Witch is. And then the guy from Inhumans, which I'm amazed they actually they used the same actor that was in the terrible TV series.
I never watched it, so
Oh, do I?
don't
But I
know.
did a bit of making of stuff at work.
Oh, okay.
But they use him, who is also Captain Pike in the Star Trek Discovery stuff at the moment. I can't remember his name.
Right, okay.
Something, I don't know.
Anyway, yeah.
But it did a good job of showing how angry and mad and bad
Mm.
Scarlet
And
Witch is.
weirdly, you'd have thought Professor X could have taken down Scarlet Witch.
Well, that's what we all thought. And people lost their minds when this scene came on in my screening. There was a lot of
Yeah.
fun hollering, especially from one guy who was really close to me. I was like, he is having the best time.
I can't imagine having the best time at this movie. That's an odd one.
You know, I think half of it works. I was
Yeah.
into it until the last 20 minutes, I'd say, and then
So, what did you think about Professor X then? What Charles Xavier is in this movie,
Yeah.
and knowing what he can do and what his powers are, I don't understand how Scarlet Witch gets the better of him, essentially.
Scarlet Witch is more powerful.
But she's not.
Well, she is now. For the love of her children.
They're equal, if anything. But yeah, I don't know.
It was nice to have him there. I don't think we'll ever see him again.
No, I think, yeah.
Age-wise, he's now not there. So, what did you like about it? Did you like anything about it?
Yeah. I liked America Chavez. I think
Good.
she is an interesting character. I want to see her find her parents. I want her to see her go on that journey to go and find her parents. because there's a whole scene about how she first discovers her powers by opening up a portal and sucking her parents through it by accident, and then she's not been able to control her powers since, but she learns to kind of semi-control her powers by the end of this movie, essentially. I liked that. I liked Wong, as always. I always like Wong. I think we could just do away with Doctor Strange and just have Wong instead. And I did like the bits of multiverse when they kind of went into different multiverses, and the idea of like there's a multiverse where everything is made of paint and that kind of thing. I like those different cool multiverses. I wish they'd done more of that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I liked all that stuff. I thought that, like I say, Elizabeth Olsen's performance was good. I thought all of the Doctor Strange and I can't remember what is Christine love story was nonsense.
But weren't you happy that she got more of a role? Oh, the Rachel McAdams character.
No, not really.
Okay.
Honestly, like...
I was.
Yeah.
I thought they used her character better and not just like they did in the first one, which was so unfair on such a great actress.
No, you're right. You're right. It is unfair on a great actress that her character is not more, but I don't think they used her character in any way that was interesting again. Like, she's just Doctor Strange's love interest again.
But in another universe.
Where for some reason she's still very attracted to a completely infinitely different Doctor Strange. Like, I don't know.
Do you find that icky?
I just find it weird. Like, I find this whole thing, the whole concept of multiverse is one I struggle with anyway. In the same way that I struggle with time travel movies, is that my brain works over time because there's infinite possibilities. So there is a universe out there where Doctor Strange looks like a pickle. There are all these things out there.
Do you think Rick and Morty do it better?
I don't know. I've never seen Rick and Morty.
What? Okay.
But what I would suggest is that the multiverse is a kind of get out of jail free card that I hate the idea of filmmakers using, because it basically gets rid of any rules that you've set up. Any canon is no longer canon, and any rules that have been in place are no longer there because the multiverse, makes it possible to do anything. Same with time travel, really, is that it just feels like cheating.
But it was a great way to get the other Spider-Mans into Spider-Man.
Yeah, and that's kind of a place where it sort of worked, but...
I was listening back to our trailer breakdown, and we threw a lot of stuff at the wall. At this thing.
Did. I think we missed every time.
Everything. So Bruce Campbell was not the Minotaur.
Well, no, I didn't think he would be.
But what a waste of a character that is. Like, he's not Bruce Campbell. I loved his little cameo. Yeah. Very fun. He keeps punching himself in the face. But the actual use of the Minotaur, because at one point there's just a Minotaur, and you think, well, that's new.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. The whole Carmitage thing is just a waste.
You reckon that whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing. Like, they just don't... They could have been so much more interesting stuff. I don't know. I just didn't like that. It just felt like inevitable that Scarlet Witch was just going to smash them all to pieces.
We also said cheered for... You can say his name better than me.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
We thought he was going to come back because in the first Doctor Strange, he wanted to get rid of everyone who had magic. But in this film, that version of him isn't in this film. It's another version in
a slightly more disappointing version of Mordo.
One that still doesn't like Doctor Strange. But so we got that wrong as well.
But yeah.
We said there was going to be like possible cameos from other people, and didn't happen. No, and I think that's what would have been fun. Just turning up into Atlantis to see Namor or something like that, or Ghost Rider. Be like, well, that's fucking weird. Yeah. We could have done with all that stuff. For a film that literally, before going to, you think, oh, wow, this is going to be so big and so grand. And it's going to be multiverses and madness. And it's going to be this huge opening for Marvel to do all these crazy, crazy things. And then you get to the end of it, you think, oh, that wasn't really that crazy. Really?
No. Nope. And I would also say that I did something I don't do, what sometimes I forget to do, which was I stayed for the end credit sequence.
Oh, yes. Let's quickly...
Yeah, that was worth it.
Who's she? Who is...
Oh, that's the early credit sequence. I was talking about right at the end of the credits.
What? The Bruce Campbell one?
Yeah.
That was a great one.
No.
I like that one.
No. I mean, it was a funny joke, but it was not worth staying to the end of the credits just for Bruce Campbell to stop punching himself in the face and go, "It's over," and that's it.
I liked that one. I thought that was better than
great.
the guy. So the eye in the top of the head.
Yeah, yeah. What the?
It looks terrible.
It looks awful. Yeah, it looks awful. I have no idea what the hell that's all about.
Does that mean he's gone bad, kind of thing, or because that's what bad Doctor Strange had.
I don't know, Dave.
Tried to save Christine too many times.
I haven't got a clue.
Okay, so who is Charlize Theron character?
I haven't got a clue. I've got no idea. Maybe they're doing a Doctor Strange Fast X fan crossover. I don't know.
They did have her name in the credits.
Okay.
The character Clea Strange, so Clea. Is that Claire?
Clear Strange. No idea. Don't know. Something to do with Dormammu, or I don't know. The Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension, apparently.
There's incursion. Answer for the incursion he has caused. Now, is he still talking about the spell that he did for Spider-Man, or is he talking about the Thanos snap?
Oh, I don't know. Well, that wasn't an incursion, was it? So an incursion is where two multiverses kind of start to crash into each other. They explain that. That's the one thing I understood from the freaking plot of the movie. So the reason that it's not good to travel through multiverses, unless you're America Chavez, is because you pull your version of the multiverse towards the one you're in and cause them to crash into each other. So then when they go to that planet where everything's kind of like just crashing into each other, that's the incursion.
Oh yeah, because it showed Unamu, whatever his name is, at the end, didn't it?
Yeah.
But her costume looked really bad. It just it was very left. It felt very left field.
It takes a lot of work to make Charlize Theron look awful, and they did succeed.
She really is trying to squeeze into as many franchises as possible.
Well, fair play to her. Like, get as much money while you can.
Girl's got to get paid, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. I think it's going to go into the... You remember I told you about the comics that the gets to a point where it all just gets far too weird and
yeah. We're now
spacey.
There, are we?
I think we're getting to that point now.
Doctor Strange 3. We'll see.
Yeah.
Probably have to wait another 5 years because this one took ages to get a second because of the Infinity War and Endgame and all that. Should we rate it?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll have a discussion about rating and if it's an unequal sequel. So, Rich, did you enjoy this more than the last Doctor Strange movie, as in just Doctor Strange, not the Avengers?
No, I don't think I did. And I didn't particularly like the last Doctor Strange movie, but at least I didn't come out of it with a headache. This one I physically kind of wanted. There was a point where I just I just want this to stop. Like I've had enough. So no, I think it's an unequal sequel because it's not as good as the first one for me.
It's funny because I thought this film was too short. I thought this needed another possibly 15 minutes just to smooth out the ride for the last maybe the last act, because suddenly it was all very sudden.
100 miles an hour from the first minute. That's the thing. It does not pause for breath. You know, it's all go from the first minute to the last minute.
Yeah, I think if you're a Marvel fan, you're going to love it. Like I think die-hard Marvel fans are just, and I've read very mixed things from a lot of people. Some people say it's brilliant, they love it, they love the tone. They love the Sam Raimi feel of it, and then others I've read and just said kind of said the same as us, like it's not enough multiverse, not enough madness, and it's
very messy. For me, that's the main overriding feature of it. It just feels very messy. Like, you know, just throw as much stuff at the wall, and hopefully some of it will be okay.
Yeah, I felt it was very middle of the road Marvel.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's certainly not the worst Marvel movie.
Didn't hate it.
Nowhere near the best either.
Yeah, didn't hate it, but I wouldn't rush back and watch it again, I don't think.
If we were talking about ranking, like we talked before about ranking when we did the Avengers episode, I would say this is sort of bottom of the middle for me.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in the same place.
Yeah.
Which I have to say is a bit disappointing, because I think the trailer and the idea of it is so much bigger than what the film portrayed.
Yeah. I needed a gentler in and a gentler out. I think is what I needed.
Yeah.
Just to calm it down a little bit.
Out of 7.
I would say probably 3 out of 7, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Absolutely bang. 3 out of 7.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's definitely not the worst.
Didn't live up to the hype. It's definitely not the worst. It definitely has its moment. I mean, the Terminator bit when Wanda goes through the Illuminati in that and takes away out the Ultron army. And like you said, she looks like Carrie. Like, they're very clever because they thought we can't use blood because this is a PG-13 or whatever, and we have to try and get around that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they used like oil, and it looked amazing.
Yeah, it does. That's
And
really
it showed
good.
how strong Olsen is as Scarlet Witch. I love that whole scene. I love that. Yeah, they also think Doctor Strange is a dick like most of us. Even in his own universe, he's not as fun as he thinks he is.
No.
But yeah, it didn't completely gel. I left a bit disappointed. Had a great time at the screening, but that's another thing. I don't know what's next in the 4. Love and Thunder is the next.
Love and Thunder, I think, yeah.
Hopefully that goes more like for Ragnarok than...
That's what I'm hoping. I've got my fingers crossed for Ragnarok and Ragnarok 2, essentially, for Love and Thunder, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed our spoiler chat. Hopefully it helped. You know, if you feel differently, let us know.
Yeah,
Get in
tell us.
contact.
Get on Twitter, get on Instagram, tell us what you think. We are at Unequal Sequel on Twitter and at Unequal Sequel on Instagram. And you can even, I don't know, if you want to keep your comments private for some reason, you can send us an email, unequalsequel@hotmail.com.
Yes, and please rate and review us on whatever pod shop
definitely
you
do
listen
that.
to us on. It's very nice
Click the
to
little
hear.
subscribe button as well so that you get us in your inbox, well, sometimes twice a week while we're in series mode. And talking of series mode, this is just an extra episode. This isn't even this is like the lettuce in the sandwich. This isn't even the meat in the sandwich. You know, go back and listen to our Monday episode where we interview wonderful special guests. We are 3 episodes into series 3 now, Dave?
Yeah, at this point we are.
Yeah, so you can go back and listen to our episode on Monday with the wonderful Sarah Buddery, where we talk about Jaws a lot. It's amazing. Go back and listen to it. And yeah, then when you've done that, go back and listen to all the other episodes in the previous 2 series, because they are also excellent.
Yes.
Mainly because of our guests, not because of us.
Absolutely not because of us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your continued support of this podcast. Thank you to Rich for always turning up. Thanks to me, because I'm brilliant.
Because you do all the work, Dave.
Thanks. And we'll see you next time. So that's a bye-bye from me. So it's bye. And a bye-bye from him.
Sorry. Bye.
Are you not going to do your bye?
I'm trying, I can't.
Okay.
Oh, God. Bye.
See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.
Oh, God.